cheers to episode 199.
Cheers. That is a big gulp. Like, you drinking a big gulp?
Iced tea.
But you don't have soda in there?
Tea?
I don't drink pop.
I don't either in 2025.
Zero sugar. You can hardly call it pop. Ginger ale.
I had a Sprite at the Lions game because I was on 0 hours of sleep. I was
Sprite is so good. Sprite is good shit.
I don't even remember what the flavor of Sprite tastes like. I don't think I drank that as a kid.
Oh, it's so refreshing.
Like soda.
Alex, remember, be careful about leaning too far back with your mic.
I wasn't talking.
Tonight is...
You want me to get this close?
Yeah, that's close and personal. Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. It's 8:39 p.m. Eastern, 7:39 p.m. Central. Just going to give everyone a fair warning right now. The Michigan State-Minnesota game is on. So Evan and Alex are going to definitely be distracted throughout the show. So just setting that expectation now. So everyone's
Such good
like,
podcasting by us.
like, man.
Orange Grant. I said that this would happen.
The show goes on. It's a scrimmage. They're 12.5-point favorites. It's in the first half now. Minnesota might score 40 points, if we're being honest with ourselves. Michigan State might score 55. And it'll be a 15-point win.
Final.
But tonight, I don't think will take too long. Could be a curse. You never know. But basically, the Lions
Every time you say that.
A bunch of coaching moves. I listed them all out. There's a lot. I don't have any crazy thoughts about all of them.
Mean things about some of them.
Oh, no.
That was you.
Good tease.
You just read everybody's name and be like, nah, don't care. Don't care.
That
was
was
ridiculous.
Doesn't matter.
100% Alex as soon as Alex got on. He said, what are we talking about today? And then he was reading the show doc and he's like, yep, don't care. Not important.
Can't say that.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, so we'll see Alex's real thoughts when we get to that. And then conference championship weekend, the aftermath of that, kind of reassess that for the NFL.
Conference championship. Talking about.
Yeah, NFL. We have Super Bowl teams now. And then Michigan State hoops, as we alluded to now. I also have a couple, depending on time, mock draft or mock trades. No, not draft. I'm sorry. No.
Jesus Christ. It's
too early. Mock trades for the Pistons before the deadline. So instant
ESPN
reactions.
Is ahead of Peacock. The score is ahead.
Why are you looking at the score as you're watching the game?
I'm watching Kentucky score.
Oh.
Yeah, they're way ahead. They're like 40 seconds.
Well, you better shield your eyes.
It's curse of being in the top 25 filter.
So that'll be the show tonight. We'll start with weekly check-ins for everyone. Alex, you're up first.
Yeah.
What did you do since we last talked on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day? I think we talked. No, we did Tuesday because Evan's game got canceled.
Started back up. They did longest putt. I don't know if you guys remember. I won like $300 last time. Longest putt made during the season. Week 1, I made a 58-footer. So it's currently holding again. I made a 56-footer that won last time. So I might win another just $300.
So it has to go the whole season as the top.
Yeah. But like I said, that's the longest putt ever made. I don't think it's going to get beat. Probably.
On the simulator's history?
In the league history, yes.
World history.
No.
Have you found like a trick or something, or are you just simply better?
When it's super long putt, I just hammer it. And it shows you like the line that you're supposed to hit. You like putt into the screen. And I just hammer it at the line and hope it hits the cup. And it's usually just flying in, hits the cup, bounces up, goes in. It's sick.
So real world, you would miss that putt.
If the pin was in, I'd probably make it.
Or you hit so hard it hits the pin, bounces and
shatters the pin.
No, I don't hit it that hard. Just a great pace. I'm a really good sim putter, I guess, you know.
Is this a one-off like
golf?
Yeah. Well, now it's real. Now it pays the big bucks on ESPN Monday nights.
Well, that one is better technology than whatever he has.
True.
I mean, profit-wise from this golf league,
you're not amateur.
I'm way up.
You're filing taxes on your winnings?
I mean, I'm like
you might need to start.
I'm at like $1,000 of earnings.
You got a 1099?
IRS. Yeah, IRS. Look into this cat. Look at his getup right now. You think this guy skirts financial rules?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So I had golf Thursday. It's a lackadaisical 8 under.
Not a big deal.
Oh,
This is gonna sound ridiculous, but it's boring. It would be better if we started like 10 strokes back.
Yeah, you've won the league like
catch up.
3 years in a row or 3 editions
4
in a row.
straight.
Just
Who
be
you
a man,
counting?
embrace
Better
the
than the
weather,
Chiefs.
and go outside and golf.
Are you the
Well, I
Patrick
do play
Mahomes of this
actual
league?
golf too. Yes.
Are you similar to him?
Yeah, I mean, people get pissed when I walk and they watch me hit. My drives go like 40 yards further than anybody else, so that they think it's bullshit that every time our approach shot is like 60 yards. And they're
Damn.
like 150.
So, what professional golfer could you beat?
On that
None.
simulator.
It's
No,
just
give me
the
a-
people in this
You
league.
could
are bad.
probably beat Kevin Kisner on that simulator.
No, I'm saying real life. Find a golfer that's a professional that's golfing last week in the Travelers Championship. Which one could you beat?
Playing real golf? No one.
The
What do you
Travelers
mean?
Championship was last week.
Yeah, they
Wasn't
ended
it?
on Saturday. That wasn't.
Wasn't it called the Travelers?
Golf doesn't exist until the Masters for me.
I don't know.
So I'm
Agreed.
impressed
It's a
that you
little
just
early.
ripped that off.
Pebble Beach Pro-Ams this weekend. Come on.
Wait, the Travelers is June 16th to the
was the
22nd. So
Pebble
it definitely
Beach-
wasn't.
Oh, no,
No,
that's this
Pebble
week.
Beach is this week. Last week
Isn't
was
it the
what?
Sony Open? Like the Hawaii
No.
Open?
No, Grant.
It was something with red in it.
Oh,
Farmers
Box
Insurance. Farmers
Farmers.
Insurance.
Harris English won. All right, so Evan, you're
Harry.
saying I play this course on a simulator. Who could I beat?
Yeah, I got a
I'm
name
saying-
for you.
We played this course last week. We played Torrey Pines.
What about Eric Cole?
Let me see who's.
No,
dead
I'm saying you
last.
find a guy and then you go out and play him in the real world.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not beating.
No,
Maximum shot
we're talking
89.
on the simulator.
I'm talking real world.
Evan, I can't beat a
Oh my God,
professional
Trey Hollowitz.
golfer.
Stephen Fisk?
I can't beat any pro golfers. What are you talking about?
What are you
Oh, this
talking
game's
about?
over.
If I have the round of my life and they play a terrible round, I could be within like 3 strokes.
Alex versus Luke List in the Houston simulator.
No, that guy's good.
Okay.
These are professionals. I'm not a professional golfer. What are we
Oh,
talking
now you
about?
can't beat Maverick. He's 2016
another?
PGA Tour.
Could you beat our homeboy? What's our home?
Trey
3 in a
Hollowitz had,
row?
like 4 threes. in a
Oh
row.
my God, he's unconscious.
Justin Rose? Is that who? No, not him.
Are you kidding me?
Paul Casey.
I'm not
No,
beating
what do you
any
have
of these
against Paul
people in
Casey?
real golf.
What about Pearson Cootie? He's 15th in the Corn Ferry Tour on a simulator.
Yeah, you could beat him.
I'm
Pier-
on the simulator.
I like this
What
guy,
do you
Pearson
mean?
Cootie.
The last time I played golf, I shot 82, guys. I'm not beating anyone.
Oh my God, shoot it. Oh,
Now you guys are way ahead of me.
We're up 20. It's 32 to 12 at
he
halftime.
had an
wanted-
opportunity to
you
shoot
wanted-
a transition 3 and he passed it up.
Yeah, for an open layup.
Yeah, but we missed the layup.
Yeah, this game's over.
It was over. It started.
I'm so happy
All
our
right.
basketball team's
Anything
good.
else?
I don't know
besides
what
golf?
that conversation was of why Evan was being funny
Gassing
and
you
acting
up.
Like
You were
that.
just talking about how good you are at a simulator golf. I want you to see 1v1 match.
I also
I
said
bring
that
my
it's because
cameras,
the
I
rest
follow
of the
you
league
around.
is terrible.
Could
I
you beat
follow you
Charlie Woods
around.
on a simulator?
That's an interesting one, I guess.
Yeah.
Could you
I-
beat
I'm intrigued.
John
Kid.
Gruden on John Gruden's home course?
Yes, I think so.
No. He would push you in a locker.
Is he good? I don't actually know.
You don't
he's, like,
watch? Oh my
good
God,
for
dude,
his course.
I'm addicted to watching Barstool golf.
He streams him
plays.
just. Oh, I
No,
haven't seen
he
that.
joined 4Place golfing.
It was a
I
good
need
He
video.
lit it up.
John
What did
Gruden
he-
content. I watch everything.
What did he
He was
shoot?
an elbow sleeve. That's how you know he doesn't.
I just imagine he doesn't hit it very far.
He's
like
a sick
200.
Texas wedge because he knows the course. He lives on one of the holes. Like he'll know
Yeah.
all the breaks. And he
I can't
would
believe this
shit talk
halftime
you
score.
into oblivion.
Yes. He would. He doesn't give a.
Right,
You are.
right, right.
You could beat
John
No,
Gruden.
like I
could you beat
said,
Frankie Borelli on a simulator.
Yes, Frankie's not that good.
No, he's pretty good. I think.
I could beat him in real golf.
I think he's like a 5 or a 6.
He's actually pretty
I'm
good.
a 7.
Okay, so it'd be a good heads up match.
I could beat him in real golf. Yes,
Oh yes, I like that.
I think I could beat all the 4-play guys.
Well, a couple of them are not very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, all of them are not. I mean, Frankie's gotten a lot better.
You versus Charlie Woods with Tiger on his bag and McRae on your bag.
Well, Cody and I do have some magic. When we're
McRae would be
together.
giving secrets to the Woodses to mess with you because he would just want to impress them.
How much
Hey,
practice
Tiger,
do I have before
Say
the
this to
Charlie
Alex.
match?
How much time?
Like how much practice?
6
Can I quit my
months.
job for a couple weeks?
6 months.
6 months, no work.
Yeah, no work.
6
Just-
months. You don't need 6 months to prep for golf.
Golf
That would probably be
exercises
too much. Probably
in the
get
lab.
over golf.
You fly Cody down to train you. You play the course once a week that you're going to play.
Okay, realistic. If I played that same course every week and then played him at the course,
But he's
that I've
playing
been
every
playing
week
for
too.
6 months. No,
Well, he gets normal week
realistically,
prep.
Realistically, no, I'm not beating Charlie Woods at golf.
Yeah, he did look pretty good in that one father-son tournament.
He's
they were in.
significantly better than me. Significantly.
Yeah.
In
And
every
he would
aspect.
feel like no pressure playing you, where you would have immense pressure with Tiger
He'd be
Woods
like,
watching
this
you hit
dude-
golf shots.
This, in his late 20s, almost 30 bum, this kid cannot beat me. Yeah, he
Don't
would
a
dust
bum.
me. He would dust. Well, I mean, I'm not a bum.
You have the longest recorded
I
putt
tr-
in league history.
I tricked the IRS.
Simulator golf history.
Simulator golf at Houston, Texas, Thursday night league history.
You might get
Free
a
ad.
little like invite, like an unmarked envelope in the mail, and it's an invitation
Shut
from the TGL. Anything else?
Same
besides
software, though.
The simulator. 36 to 14 and a half.
What a score.
Dude, I still got 5 seconds left.
It's Evan. Yeah, maybe 39 14.
They scored. It's 36-16 and a half.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Seemed like you just found out your dog died, Evan.
Oh,
Uh,
my fire alarm on Sunday went off from 4 p.m. to 5:30. Blasting
half.
whole building.
just in your room?
Did you
No,
just
the whole building, as
Oh.
I just said.
just left?
I was dumping rain outside, so it's like, do I just walk over to the grocery store and walk around for a little bit, or like, what
Yes.
do I do?
Go to a coffee shop.
I put
that sounds
a
nice.
Go find a Dick's Sporting Goods and walk around and not
It's a
buy
coffee
anything.
shop also right below the grocery store.
Go find a
next to
Bass
us.
Pro Shops. Go find a Cabela's.
Either way, what I did
They don't have
is I
Cabela's in
took my
Texas, there's no
Beats over-the-ear headphones on, cranked them up to noise canceling, and just wore those around the house over my sweatshirt hood for an hour and a half. It's ridiculous.
This is psychopath behavior.
Well, I mean, there wasn't really other options. It was a
I just literally go anywhere besides your apartment complex.
well,
Go
I
to a
didn't.
bar.
It was like 4:00 on Sunday.
Drink.
It's football on.
No, I'm not drinking for 2 weeks.
You're doing
Wow.
dry January.
No, I drank with you
Dry
in January.
middle of
a
January.
week ago.
Dry week.
Oh, you did drink with me a week ago.
Yeah.
I
Evan?
forgot about that.
Any
Happy
updates from you?
birthday, Evan.
Yeah.
Whoa. Too late. It
You
was
didn't
almost a week
respond to my
ago.
text happy birthday, but
Yes, I did.
no,
You
my
never texted me
Snapchat.
happy birthday. Rough week for JV games, actually. We've been 1-2 since the
Took a
last time
couple
we
Ls.
recorded. Middle
Just
school
a-
girls basketball has started. We have a
Right.
game tomorrow.
Feel like they're
Okay.
ready for it?
How's the squad looking?
We
We
already
in
played
shape?
2 games. 3
Oh.
games. We're 2-1.
Oh,
Nice.
lost. You were talking these ladies up.
Yeah, we lost at Dexter last
Oh,
Good program.
week. We played really pretty good defense, just could not shoot, could not score.
you guys shoot a lot of threes. What's your philosophy?
Really.
Your running team,
I
defend,
love
rebound, run.
Alex, you'll love me. I wrote that in big bold letters for
Oh.
JV last night on the board.
So good. They probably
little
didn't
Spartan
do a
logo
damn
next to
thing
it.
about it.
I said keys to win, right in the middle of the board. Those 3 things.
and they didn't do those things, did they?
We defended all right. No, actually, no, I can't even say that. We did everything like half-assed. So basketball is just in full swing. I'm just busy
Kids
with
these
every
days.
single 2 teams, 3 teams on game days. I'm enjoying it though.
It's good. It's
a
good
nice
for your
change of
mentals.
pace.
Any like coaching growth this year? You find yourself in games, just the game slowing down for you as a coach? You're seeing things in slow motion. Like I know to push these buttons, pull these strings.
It's different because a lot of kids that I coach the boys teams. I guess it's a lot of kids I coached in the past for travel baseball and high school baseball. It's just a different sport now. And middle school football, I coached them. They're just gaining that trust that they can trust me that I know what I'm talking about with basketball.
When it's like huddle time, timeout.
I don't speak much during other games besides yesterday I had to because I was the acting head coach. But it just what I'm preaching is the same thing that is just blatantly obvious when we watch film today. It was bad most of the time.
Do you ever
Do we watch film in JV? I don't think so.
Well, and now it's 100% fully easy. I mean, we have a camera screwed into the gym, and all you have to do is hit record at this time. Boom, it uploads to Huddle, and
That's sick.
anytime you want to watch it at home game. Easy.
We would have won so many more JV games if we had that.
And then I
think
don't
so?
know.
I don't
Grant,
remember our
the
record, JV.
NFHS.
Yeah.
So you have to pay for it, but there's a lot of just stream games on there, like live feed, and then they're on demand, or you can watch them later.
Can you use it as a scout?
Oh, that's 100% I scout all the time.
Stallions, baby. That's dangerous.
Did we lose to Clinton on JV?
Varsity.
No, I think we did on JV too.
I don't think we did on JV. That was varsity.
Oh, I remember the varsity game. I just think
Do you
we
ever-
lost in JV.
That was varsity our senior year because we had a
Played him in JV too.
We won JV. That was
Do you
at
ever-
home.
I remember JV.
Get on the whiteboard in timeout 7? Is that ever your responsibility to draw something up?
I haven't really had to draw too much up. No.
Michigan always works.
That would stress me out. I feel like that's
Varsity
Double
crunch
pin
time.
down.
Alex,
Yeah,
varsity
shit
runs
works.
Michigan, but they call it differently. They
No,
call
it
it something
always
different.
works.
The baseline pass on the sideline or down the baseline, that was Michigan.
They call that Michigan?
No, that's what we called Michigan. With
Yeah,
our
where
senior
the guy
year.
dribbles down to the right and then it's double pin down screen. The other guy leaks out on the left. It's a 3-pointer.
Yeah, but you throw the ball down the baseline, like out
Yeah,
of
it's
bounds.
really bad at that pass.
That pass scares me when you force someone to go to the baseline and have to chuck it across the way.
What he would do is we'd run in practice all the time, he would dribble down, jump up into the air, and then throw it. So he
A
was
lot
just
of people do.
absolutely cooked. He just did not land on two. And it would almost never get to me.
Evan, if you ever need it for, there was one that I tried to get the team at Park Tudor to watch. Just a 20-minute cut up of Villanova players landing on two. If you ever need that on YouTube,
It's an
I'll find
important
it for
skill,
you.
but no one does it.
No, it's really boring. But man, you watch that and you're just like, that is how basketball is meant to be played. And now you look at Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and all them. Turns out they're pretty damn good basketball players.
Speaking of landing on two, Grant, did you go back in the Illinois game to the point where that one dude landed on two and did a floater? And I was like, Grant, that guy is you.
You said it was Frankie Fiddler.
Yeah, that's who it was. Fiddler.
Yeah, I saw that play.
You did?
Yeah.
That was you. I mean,
Nothing.
if someone told me you were wearing a Michigan State basketball uniform, that was it. You
There's
guys
that-
even look the same.
There's that kid with the really dirty mustache on Northwestern that plays a lot like how I play at Herrick Park.
Brooke
Just-
Barnsheiser.
Yeah, lands on two, pump fakes 3 times, and then goes up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a mix of him, Frankie Fiddler. Yeah, it's just like that
Slow
crop.
white guys.
Just get to
They're
their spot.
fundamentally sound.
Get to their spot.
Can't dribble worth a shit.
No. Speaking of that, not to derail us, I was reading an article about Jace Richardson in The Athletic. And apparently he never dribbles with his right hand, which I have not noticed. Like, it's tracked and it's 99. He did one game and he took 2 dribbles with his right hand in an entire college basketball game. And he scored like 20. It was a Rutgers game. He scored 20 points. He
Believe it.
dribbled like 3 to 5 times with his right hand.
Well, he's always in the right corner.
He broke
the
like
only-
one press and he just like went
That's wild.
all the way left. Because they were talking about his, not that you guys want to hear it, but apparently he's getting a lot of one and done chatter now because
Yeah,
he's
I know.
exploding up boards.
It's really bad advice because he's just not
No,
an NBA, not an NBA guy.
No, he is.
We have NIL money. We can keep it.
Let me
There's no
Yeah,
point
we
to
do.
go.
let me get this right since
For
he's
him
one
to
of,
play in the G League,
one of
Yeah,
our
Magic
players.
Johnson funds our basketball team.
I counted 2 right-hand dribbles all night. There were a few
well, that
others.
guy counted it. Maybe he's counting wrong.
Well, he used clips from the game. Yeah, maybe they didn't get all the clips, but like this clip,
There's no
of
way.
him breaking the press instead of like going right out. He just boom, left hand all the way up the floor.
That is a little strange.
It's so good, but he breaks it. I mean, he's that talented, but like
Well,
never
That's his
even.
right hand once, right? Maybe not.
I don't know if he did, and then he gets all the way over there with his left.
You're gonna have to ding him for that. I don't think he's a lotto pick.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, he's
No.
never taken more than 9 shots in a game.
Who wrote this article?
John Hollinger. He does like covers the NBA, so he does like a Sixers thing, and then he scouts like one player a week. And so he went to MSG to watch an NBA game and saw the Michigan State game before, and so he does a recap on Jace Richardson, prospect of the week.
Jace was in the main NBA writers big board too. He's like 14th. I was like, no, guys, you
You know
got it
the
all
story
wrong.
behind Jace Richardson?
He's the son of
There was a
Jason.
medical thing with him, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
he
a
almost
hole
died.
in his leg, so he had to have surgery on it, and he was unsure if he was able to walk. He had to like relearn how to walk.
That's wild.
That's why he's not as good of a dunker as the rest of the Richardsons.
He had to take like a whole year off of athletics and rehab.
I remember this on pregame. They like did a little thing about him,
Well, he's
like a
awesome
Tom
at
Rinaldi
basketball.
type piece.
Grueling
Actually, having-
bi-coastal.
Yeah, they said they compared him to Jared McCain.
He should be
from
a
Duke.
top 20 pick come June.
Yeah, he's gone, Evan.
No, he's not. He's staying. There's no reason to go.
Kiss him goodbye. Enjoy him
He's
while you
not.
have
He's
him.
not like he's gonna be a 6-man or a
Him and
starter
Danny
in the
Wolf are
NBA.
taking off together. That's
Shut
the trade.
up. He's not
Wolf
going
can't
anywhere.
leave. Danny Wolf
Yeah,
is costing their team wins.
because he turns the ball over 55 times a game.
I don't know if he's necessarily cost. They've lost 2 Big Ten games.
You're kind of agreeing.
Nobody cost them the Purdue game. They just
Survive.
we'll get to
against
it.
Northwestern and Penn State. Survive.
Yeah. No Vlad Golden though, really, for the Penn State game.
Why?
Well, he's about to get
Sick.
Jackson Kohlered a couple times.
He got the
so-
flu. Yeah. Gonna put him in a torture chamber. The way Kohler's been playing. My week, nothing. I have a question for you guys.
No.
My theory this past week could have been the longest week of the year, is what it felt like to me. I remember Saturday morning I woke up and I was like, it was only a week ago that we were going to Detroit. I was picking up Alex from the airport, and that felt like 2 months ago when I woke up. I was like, there's no way.
It was a weird week for me. 'cause I had,
Dark
days
jokes to
off.
myself all day Saturday.
Just to yourself?
Yeah.
Just about your mental
Like,
state.
oh, hey, at this time last week we were going to the bar. Oh, this time last week we were walking to the stadium.
Are we already about
Kickoff
to
this
pivot
time
to
last
this topic? Because I have a lot to say about this topic of what I did on Sunday.
How the Lions will never, ever make it back.
Oh, no.
Did you go off the grid on Sunday, Alex?
Well, I watched
ref middle school basketball.
I
It's
watched
great for the
Fight
soul.
Club for the first time during the NFC Championship game. It's a good movie.
Strange movie. Strange ending.
It's super weird. Not really sure I understood the ending.
Definitely didn't, so don't feel bad. I haven't watched
Is
it
it-
again ever, but I watched
Is
it
it all
once.
fake? Is it all real?
I
Is
don't
it a
know.
dream? He shot himself in the face and survived.
Dude, spoilers.
Evan, this movie came out in like 1990.
It's on my list.
It's really good.
Brad Pitt.
Oh, that's
Brad-
what I did. I got 2 things off my list.
Yes. This is
go.
1.5. 1.5. I rewatched Revenge of the Sith because it's all over my TikTok.
Rewatched.
Christ, Evan. You rewatched a Star Wars
But
movie?
I also Revenge of the Sith. You said sports movie?
I said Star Wars movie?
Oh, I thought you said sports movies. Like, are you rewatch that? And then I watched the Obi-Wan series. Cross that off my list.
You watched
Check.
the whole thing.
One sitting, one morning. Boom, 6 episodes done.
God,
Champ.
it's like
Okay, so-
6 hours.
So I think I did it on Wednesday on my birthday. I was so I had to go to the gym because it was on my school schedule. We didn't have school on Wednesday because of too cold. And so I got back home around 7 o'clock when I should be going to the school. Sat down, had a cup of coffee, and I was like, well, let's turn it on.
Obi-Wan time.
Obi-Wan time. Boom, 6
Obi-Wan.
episodes.
Um,
Finished, went to coach girls basketball.
We need more of this list knocking out.
I started
do.
a new episode in our new series.
I started a new series as well.
So it's Marissa's pick, because that's how we do it. I pick a series and she gets to. We're watching New Girl.
Oh, good show.
It was either between that or Schitt's Creek. So we watched the pilot of both, and I liked New Girl a little bit better. And I'll only say this. Zoe Deschanel, she's hit or miss. Her sense of humor in the show is not really my thing. But
Mine either.
I don't know why this guy's not more famous. The guy that plays Schmidt, unbelievable acting in that.
So funny.
Like,
Hilarious.
the only reason I decided to I want to watch that because he audibly made me laugh in the pilot, and he's just delivered every episode since. And
Yeah, he's the best character by far, not even close.
yeah, like his character should be hateable, but he plays it so well. It's just hilarious. And I've never seen him in anything else, but he does a great job of delivering the lines.
Yeah, he's really funny.
So I hope it sticks up because he's really the only reason I enjoy watching it.
It stays funny.
I just
The rest of
crave scenes that he's in because all the other actors are like hit or miss, and I just need more him.
I started this show called Industry on HBO. My only description of it would be it's just It's just basically soft porn.
Okay.
Like they just literally
Oh,
cocaine, drugs, and like stock market shit.
It's about like finance. Like
They work
finance.
for on a trader desk, basically. They're like a bunch of graduates, like just out of college. They're all like interns, basically.
Notable actors, or is it all like kind of the HBO model where
Kit
it's
Harington is in the show, but he's not in season 1, and I've only watched season 1.
Is it modern?
Jon
When did
Snow.
it come out?
I don't know. It's pretty new, I think. It's. I'll tell you.
I think I'm going to do New Girl, and then I think my pick is going to be the Friday Night Lights TV show.
New
You haven't
Girl's
seen
so
that?
good.
You're a New Girl guy too, Evan.
Hunter is probably one of the biggest New Girl people I've ever met in my life, and so he's probably watched it probably like 10 times through, and I've watched it probably 2 or 3 times through, just based off of him watching it. Such a good show.
I think we're
Funny
7
as hell.
episodes in right now.
2020. Great.
Nice. I did have one quick story. I'll keep it quick. It was kind of funny. On Wednesday night, had a maintenance request here. Almost was an emergency on our hands.
Whoa.
I got home, had one track mindset to edit the show for our loyal fans and listeners to get it up. And apparently, I did smell something was kind of funky in the apartment. But like we took out the trash the night before, so I didn't know if it was like something to do with that. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm even sniffing my sweatshirt. I'm like, is that me? Like, what is that? It was pretty rank at points. All right, but I didn't think anything of it. So Marissa got home around 7, so maybe an hour and a half. I had been in here kind of editing, and then she comes in, she's like, dude, what is that? Like, why are you just sitting in this? Like, you just been sitting here this long and haven't checked to see why the apartment smells horrendous? And I was like, I guess I just got used to it after a while. So it was coming from our laundry room, really bad. Smelled like what you would expect a dead animal to smell like. Not that I've ever been like that close to one. So we were like,
There was one.
Flashlights out, looking in cracks, looking in like little trap doors in the back where the wires are. Didn't see anything. But I knew that the closer I got to the water heater, the more it smelled. Like the little like vent opening from the water heater, it smelled the worst, just disgusting, makes you want to gag.
Like eggs?
Not full eggy, like dead, rotten food, rodent, but like, just bad. Not full like sulfur, not full gas per se. Different kind of smell. So, we Google like water heater smelling. They're like, oh, an animal could hypothetically get into your water heater, but it's very rare and it would die. So we're like, oh shoot, is that it? So didn't know. And then I started getting in my head, like, is it gas? Is it like a gas leak that just kind of smells funky? Because then we need to call like emergency maintenance because you can like, pass out if it's like leaking gas in your house. So we did call our emergency line. Luckily, there was a guy, shout out to Dave, maintenance guy Dave, was on site still at like 7:30. He's like, yeah, I'm finishing up one call, I'll swing by. He walks in, this guy just salt of the earth. Oh, I know exactly what that is. I'm like, what? He goes, you got a bucket? And I was like, yeah.
Bucket that's some wet.
I do not. I would not have a bucket. If someone was like, can you give me a bucket? I'd be like, no.
I took a bathroom trash can and took the bag out and said, here you go.
Did you just say yes immediately?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I got one. And I was like, does this work? And I grabbed
what I gotta think.
Come on, Dave. So we're like, is he gonna pull out an animal? All he did was fill it up with water, and we have this little circle drain in our laundry room. He poured the water down the drain. Smell completely went away in like a second. He goes, yeah, what happens sometimes when it's freezing cold and the humidity gets sucked out, it gets dry in that little floor vent, and basically what happens is the fumes of the sewer, like poo, he said poo-poo and pee-pee, come through. And like he said that's poo-poo and pee-pee coming through.
He
like,
said his shit and piss.
If you saw how Dave was, it was funny the way he said it. And we're like, oh, okay, like that's all it was. So he goes, if you ever smell like that again, like you just simply have to pour water down that drain. And I was like, okay, never knew that, never experienced that in my Tecumseh household. So
then you kissed Dave on the mouth.
No, but I was thankful he didn't have to leave his home to come dump a bucket of water down the drain. I'm thankful he was already around the corner because I would have felt really bad.
I also had to call emergency maintenance last week.
Your fire alarm?
No, my heat went out.
Oh, that's right.
And it was like 28 degrees, and it dropped to like 61 in here, and I was like, ooh, getting a little close.
After
it's
your
supposed
walk
to
to
snow
the
tonight.
basement burger bar, yeah, you probably were bundled up.
And then they
We're
sent an
blowing it.
email. They're like, if your heat is not working, please call emergency maintenance during the next 2 hours before the snowstorm. And so I had to call. The guy came in. He's like, yeah, your filter's just dirty. I just turned it off, so I just turned it back on. It's like, what? Yeah, I'll be back in a couple of days. Come back Thursday from work at like 6:30. These two dudes are just sitting in my kitchen, just talking. I'm like, what the f-? He's like, yeah, I just changed the filter. I'm like, great. So what are you doing?
Get the out.
So then he's like, oh, I just got one more thing. He walks over. They like lock my heater AC unit like in a closet, and I don't have a key. They don't let you go in there for whatever reason. It's really dumb. So I can't fix anything on my own. So they got one guy's in there, the other, they're like half talking in Spanish, half talking in English. And the one dude is talking
so bad.
Yeah,
no,
talking
he's
about
like,
you.
yeah, bro, I just matched with this chick on Tinder. I think I'm gonna go hit tonight. I swear to God, he says that. I'm just sitting in my kitchen looking at my phone. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with these two dudes in here. And he's like, you already got a match on Tinder? He's like, yeah, I downloaded this morning. Gonna go hit this chick tonight. And he's like, and then he starts like rambling in Spanish. I'm like, this is enough, guys. This is enough.
They made themselves comfortable in old
It's a
Dylan's
jump
apartment.
scare when you walk into your apartment. There's two dudes just standing in your kitchen. Yeah, I was not pleased.
That reminds me quickly of the worst one we ever had. Loyal listeners, Brad and Ben will remember this when Brad and I lived together in New York. And I think Ben was visiting that weekend. We were going to go out to the bars that night. And before we were leaving earlier that day, Brad was like, I think I smell gas, like I think we have a gas leak in our oven in the kitchen. And I was like, oh, you think? I had never experienced one. He's like, yeah, he's pretty sure of it. He's like, but we're about to go out. Like, let's just go out, deal with it later. We go out, we get really drunk. We come back at like 2 a.m. It reeks in our apartment. Like, it's so bad. He's like, dude, we'll die if we sleep in this. We need to call someone. We're hammering. So I think he puts in the call and he's like, I don't know what, maybe I agreed to like lay on, I think I agreed to lay on the couch just in case when the guy came. So I
remember this story.
Really drunk and I pass out on the couch. So I wake up at like 3 a.m. jump scared to like a big burly bald man like busting in our apartment with the key. And then I'm like, what? And he's walking out. And he goes, you had a gas leak. I turned it off. You'll have to call your place to get a new one. And I said, okay. And then he shut the door.
You're just sleeping in a gas leak room?
I think my shirt was off and my nighttime shorts. Just like, what? Glasses on, probably. This guy's probably pissed off at the world. Just like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah. And then we got it fixed. But that just brought me back to that. Just people barging in.
Maintenance guys go in your apartments like during the day. They like snoop around.
Yes.
How could you not?
I know for a fact one of them used my pisser. They left the seat up, which is fine. Don't really care. But
like SpongeBob.
I just wonder. I'm like, do you guys like walk around, like look through my shit? It's
I think they definitely check
in apartment camera, Alex.
I've only had maintenance come in here twice. But my dishwasher's broken, so I guess they'll have to. I broke it. Hand up. I broke it.
What were you doing?
One of the caps to my water bottle fell off out of the rack into the bottom. And I clipped the propeller. Blew up in there.
Did you hear when it happened?
No, I just opened the dishwasher up and my plastic water bottle was in pieces and the propeller was like flung off. Oh, that's good. So I haven't fixed it. It still washes the bottom. It just doesn't wash the top rack.
That's an annoyance, but you can live with that.
Yeah, like they can hand wash my dishes.
That might never get fixed.
Grant doesn't even believe in dishwashers.
Put the propeller back.
I use it a
on.
lot now.
The propeller is back on. I put that back on.
Oh, but just not spraying water?
Just doesn't get it up to the top for whatever reason. I don't really know exactly how a dishwasher works. I've never, been inside one. But
yes, you have.
Let's transition to
only have
Lions. 18. We're still dealing with
another disappointment.
Dealing with the fallout.
7.
All right. Top 10 win, baby. Still dealing with the fallout. We've had a lot of coaching change. Let me start with who's left. All right. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, Jets head coach since we recorded. Our defensive line coach, Terrell Williams, is now the Patriots defensive coordinator. Wide receivers coach Antoine Randall is now the Bears wide receiver coach / assistant head coach. And then our assistant QB coach, JT Barrett, is now the Bears QB coach. Who came in? John Morton. Well, let's start with the out. Any of those hurt more than normal?
No.
I think Antoine Randall would be the biggest loss.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, it feels like the room probably liked him.
And his development of some of the young guys.
JMO,
Omanra.
He definitely held JMO accountable. There was that clip that I remember from the season that he wasn't afraid to get into him.
Do we have a new wideout coach?
We do not yet.
Well, whoever it is will have to keep JMO in check. Not an easy job.
Yeah. I don't necessarily, I guess people talked very highly of Terrell Williams as the defensive line coach. I didn't, again, we're like not sweat lords about the Lions in terms of all that. Like I know on a surface level who the main players are. We're just normal guys. We're not like diving into like where they've been, how they're regarded across the league. He had a lot of revolving doors, I guess, but people seem to like him a lot. Mike Rabel liked him, so he must be good. But it feels like we got, not to hop into the coaches in, a pretty good D-line coach, Casey Rogers, that people lateral move to the Lions, which is cool to see. We also, John Morton from the Broncos, passing game coordinator, is now our offensive coordinator. Linebacker coach Kelvin Shepard is now our defensive coordinator.
Told you that would happen. You didn't believe me.
Did you say that last week?
Yes. You were
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't think they'll do that.
I was still grieving. Assistant linebacker coach Sean Dion Hamilton is now our linebacker coach to replace Kelvin. And then offensive line coach Hank Fraley is staying, and he's also now run game coordinator title. So let me throw it to Evan. Of the people that left or stayed, which one are you like the most intrigued about? Think you have the biggest impact, etc.? Surprise you the most? Any way you want to take it of the coaching carousel?
We already touched on Antoine. I think I was actually surprised that he left. I get what he did. It's a pay raise, assistant coaching job. But I think the most impactful, most important, I think from the press conference conversations at the end of the season, Fraley staying, probably the greatest impact. He was getting looked at for offensive coordinator positions from the Bears potentially, but I know we all know he took 2 interviews for the Seahawks. Widely regarded, very good at his job. Development of young kids to be able to step in throughout the past couple of years, and continuity along the offensive line. We're probably the best, or if not the best, one of the best offensive lines. So anytime you need some stability in the offensive rooms, and when you lose your offensive coordinator, wide receivers coach, you need something to stay the same. So I'm glad that, if not, one of the most important positions stayed.
Agreed.
I agree with that. I think that was the one that I was most fired up about because of the way the offensive lineman talked about him, like we mentioned last week. And even for an project guy in Giovanni Manu, like he talked about how much he's learned from Hank Fraley, and like he's only been in the league 1 year, but he can't picture like doing his transformation the way he did without having Hank Fraley as his coach. So that was huge. Alex, same question to you. Any surprises? Any things you're excited or bummed about with the coaching carousel?
Alex, you're gonna miss JT Barrett.
No, I'm not. I just don't think the assistant quarterbacks coach really moves the needle for me here. You can tell we're in the off season. I wouldn't say anything is surprising. I mean, the main guys left. We already talked about that. Aaron Glenn's gone. Ben Johnson's gone. But the rest, it's like I'm not going to worry about the weeds of the position coaches. Yes, I know they're very important, but at this point, I'm in full trust in Dan to fill a staff that works, and ultimately he's the one in charge. So I don't really care who he hires.
I'll actually do say something first, Graham. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
I am shocked that we hired within for the defensive coordinator position.
And went outside for OC. I guess
that was
that's
going to be my
surprising.
takeaway. I thought it would be
that
reversed if I was a betting man and said how we did it.
I
thought
thought
a young kid's going to leave.
I thought
right?
both be on the outside.
Both set of fresh eyes.
I think so. I thought we would get both set of fresh eyes, like you said, just solely based off of the success that we've had the past couple of years. That you kind of get those kind of like NFL later veterans free agents like want to come here on a discount. Where you get like those coaches that maybe are out of the weeds or not getting promoted within and try to jump ship and join us since we have a good thing going. Not saying it's an easier job where you don't have to rebuild, but there's a chance of winning and excelling is at a very high level.
You guys
definitely
worried
have more
that,
work to do on defense than offense, I would say.
Are you guys worried about the stuff about Morton that's been flying around? About like the dysfunction when he was an OC? How he can't build a run scheme?
He got fired within a year.
Not
as a Jets OC in 2007.
Now, I mean, it is important to know.
I'm more concerned about that mugshot they use on Wikipedia for the guy.
His quarterback, Evan, was Josh McCown, and his running backs were Bilal Powell and Matt Forte.
Who I wish the offensive coordinator was.
Josh McCown?
Yes.
Basically, everyone complained that they threw the ball too much when he was OC.
Yeah, I saw. That's one of those things where it's like, I don't really know. He has been in a lot of stops. But like the themes of the coaches that he's been under are Gruden, Jim Harbaugh, and Sean Payton. So kind of old school, I would say, football guys. And again, this isn't.
You said Harbaugh, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, for 49ers.
Yep. I don't know. I think like it is an outside hire, but obviously, like I didn't know he was on our staff in 2022. I think even Dan said he did a lot of behind the scenes stuff that wasn't public. So it is an outside hire, but you promote Kelvin Shepherd from within. You go get a guy that was on your team 2 years ago that you're comfortable with, who helped install the offense, because that was kind of the first year that we're changing to Ben Johnson and getting everyone comfortable. So it's an outside hire, but it's about as inside of a hire that you can probably have in terms of people that were with them when they came over. What I've read about his offense, I mean, I think it's going to be basically what we've been doing. I don't think they're going to change much. I do like that, like his philosophy aligns with the idea of getting the ball to a bunch of different people in different ways. It's like they want to throw to the running backs a lot. Texas routes, let's run them. They want to throw to the tight ends a lot, which I think the Lions do a really good job of. Like I was thinking when I read that in articles, I was like, yeah, no shit. Like everyone in the NFL tries to get their playmakers involved like that. But there is differences. Like if you look at the Bengals, right? Like when I think about the Bengals offense, it's a lot of like just how many targets can we get Jamar Chase in a single game, which he's really good. Don't get me wrong. But I do like to keep the idea with this guy that we're going to get everyone involved. The one thing that's going to give me hope that we're not going to get pass happy is one, I already felt like we were pretty pass happy with Ben Johnson at times that we complained about in the divisional game. But I think when you keep Hank Fraley, you keep Scotty Montgomery, as far as I know, he's staying. He's like, we're bringing in John Morton just to like continue to excel with Jared Goff of what's already been doing well. And I think with Dan probably now having a little bit more say in the offense, I would say, I'm assuming, this is all assumptions, I imagine he kind of let Ben Johnson do a lot of his things once he proved himself the last 3 years of having the highest scored offense, that maybe they'll be a little bit more run happy in certain situations that they weren't in the past. But I could be totally wrong. And again, if I was handing off the Bilal Powell, I might throw the ball a little bit more too if those are my options. But yeah.
Playmakers on the Jets in 2017. Name one player.
Matt Forte.
There was a list of like, it was Bilal Powell, Josh McCown, Robbie Anderson, and there was like a tight end too. And they all had like career years. They had good yards when he was there.
The chosen one, Anderson?
Yeah. The chosen one. Chosen Anderson was there. There was like reports. It's so hard because the Jets are the Jets, right? The Jets are an absolute joke. There was reports that the players in the locker room didn't necessarily like him, but I dismiss all that because, like we said, Dan said at his press conference that Jared Goff was going to have a say in who the OC was. And if they were comfortable enough to go back to this guy after having him in the building for a year, I can't imagine he's a turd. He's not going to come in and like reinvent the wheel. If he isn't, he's got to be gone. And I trust Dan to make that call like he did with Anthony Lynn halfway through the year.
I really do wish I knew what the senior offensive assistant did.
It's an important role, Evan.
I think from like
I get that, but like, what are you doing day to day? What are you doing? What position is
Building
what is
schemes.
What is your point of emphasis every single day?
I think Evan that year, from what I've gathered, was a lot of like install and wordage and terminology that we're using for certain things. And like, I think Ben laid the groundwork of like sitting down with Jared Goff and watching all of his Rams film and figuring out what he'd like to do. But I think John Morton was around for that. So I think it's just going to be continued to do that. This could be like the thing where was Peyton Manning with Adam Gase all those years. And they were like, Adam Gase ended up getting a job. And they're like, well, Peyton Manning was basically running the show on offense. And I think Jared Goff is to that point intellectually where he's going to kill like Alex likes to do at the line. Like he's so comfortable in this offense that I think it's more just like John Morton making sure everyone's on the same page. The biggest question mark, if you want to call it that, he's probably had half a season of actually calling plays on a headset in the last decade, because going back to USC, he was an offensive coordinator for 2 seasons. So like that is what I'm more intrigued by is when
2010.
How is he calling his plays? How is he setting things up?
7th grade.
How is he doing a play like, Ben Johnson used to do against, remember that throw that we had to Panay against the Vikings? I think you guys were at that game.
Yes, we were.
Like we ran a run play to kind of get them thinking that, where we put Panay in motion, we ran it, and then we ran it later and we threw it to him. So like, is John Morton creative enough to have that sequencing in his games? That's what I'm more concerned about. I don't think the look of our offense is going to change whatsoever. I just more like in game when it's nut crunching time. Is he dialing up the play that Andy Reid did to get Samaje Perine open on 4th and 3 to win the game? I don't know if he's saving it and knows that play call at that time. That's what will be interesting, because he hasn't done it a lot. And I'm assuming he's going to be calling plays. I don't know if Dan's going to call plays.
Rough first year with the Lions, though, to be offensive defensive coordinator, though, based off of our schedule.
Oh, I thought you were saying and our expectations. Where
undefeated at home.
That too.
Undefeated at home?
Yeah, we'll be undefeated at home next year. Road schedule's brutal.
Oh, good. That's good. That we can bank on that.
We might lose 4 or 5 games next year.
That's okay.
Evan, I mean, think about what you just said. The Lions might go 12-5 or 13-4 next year, and you said it in a negative way.
Yeah, we don't win the division. Now we're a wild card. Now we have to play the first.
Well, we're not back. We're here.
No, we'll win the division still.
We don't get to host any playoff game. Yeah, JJ McCarthy is the Vikings quarterback. I forgot.
We were 12-5 the year we went to the NFC title game and led by 14 or so at halftime.
We're
so
locked out on some upsets.
We're up 17 points in that football game.
We did. We were up what, Alex?
17.
That was the highest?
So depressing. Makes me sad.
Didn't look that closely. Sicko Grant, I completed my rewatch of the Commanders game on Saturday morning.
No.
And I watched the highlights of the 49ers game just to get it all out of my system.
What the
Somebody needs to check on you on the weekend.
I flushed the demons.
Yeah, Marissa was gone, so you were just...
Yeah,
what?
She saw some friends in East Lansing, so I just buffeted out. College basketball was a treat on Saturday. We'll get into that later.
Did she go to the hockey games?
No.
She me.
You know what a cricket machine
The
is?
number 2 team in the country is in East Lansing. Why would you not want to go?
Crocheted the whole time, probably.
Do you know what a cricket machine is?
Yes.
Yeah, she did that with her friends.
Evan, we're blowing this basketball
Alex,
game.
we're playing so bad right now, we can't even hold on to the basketball.
Wait, you guys are up 49-29.
32.
No, Grant.
You guys are so dramatic.
We have a standard that the skunk bears don't have, okay?
I honestly need you guys to lose just so, like, you guys can't be complaining about being up 17.
Yes, we can. We're not playing 17. Spartan basketball.
Minnesota's playing like shit, and we're not playing that much better.
Our defense is pretty good. I'll give
Our defense is good, but our offense, the turnover-wise...
Offense is sloppy. There's no doubt.
Offensive rebound.
Let's go to...
50-point game.
You're ahead of me now.
The
50-point game. It's getting close.
Conference championship weekend. We have Chiefs, Eagles in the Super Bowl. Again, last time these two teams played in the Super Bowl, I watched it with Evan's dad on a lake in Wisconsin. So, fun fact about the last time these two teams played. Question for you guys. Should the tush push be banned? Would you be mad if it got banned?
No. Should really care. Until it affects me personally and affects my team, I don't care. I don't pick Jace Richardson.
But a lot of teams don't use it. It is literally only like it didn't work for the Bills. Literally, just the Eagles are the only ones that run it.
That do it the way the Bills kind of half-ass it. They don't really push Josh.
I agree. Well, that's because I think
He
other
goes left.
teams value their quarterbacks a lot more than how much
Or
the Eagles value Jalen Hurts.
Their quarterbacks don't squat 550 and are just grown-ass men.
True.
Like, imagine, like, Panay pushing Jared Goff right in his vertebrae. That would
Jared
be
would crumble. Jared can't run the tush push. Jared would crumble.
He ran a couple QB sneaks this year.
Yeah, he dives right down. He dives for the gap and goes right down.
He's like too tall.
But the thing is like they could just get under center in a short yardage situation and just like QB sneak it in a different formation. They don't have to line up in the tush push to QB sneak.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to make it that obvious.
Yeah, I agree. I only thought about it just because it was done so many times, and there were so many sneaks this weekend, which led me to the one tweet that I had watching it, just getting pissed off that like all the best teams that are left are like putting 11 men in a shoebox and getting the first down, as opposed to spraying everyone out and then fumbling the ball back to the other team.
Dude, Jesus, it's still fresh.
It's reality. The one thing I will say, if they do ban it, and there was some good screenshots of people, they do a horrible job of enforcing the neutral zone on these plays, which I guess you could argue, like, there's this one from Washington, and then there was this one from the Cowboys. Like, the Eagles' offensive linemen, like, if you look at the guards when they line up, they're, like, almost in the neutral zone, too. I think if they do it, they just need to clean it up, per se. I'm to the point, though, where I've seen enough. I don't care if they ban it. I'm not going to, like, say, oh, it's soft. Like, it is a weird play, and there's like, you can't pull people. I don't know. There's like certain rules about the NFL that are weird. I guess, though, I will say if they do ban that, then they have to ban what the Lions would do with David Montgomery, where they push people 5 yards downfield. Like, you just have to ban pushing players when they're running if you're going to go both ways. I don't want that. I would think you'd have to if you go that far.
No. So
I love those Monty pushes.
Yeah, no.
Like when we picked them off his feet, like you can't do that if you ban the tush push.
You can just ban the formation for the tush push.
Oh my God.
Ban people behind the quarterback like that.
Yeah.
I'm playing like dump right now. It's upsetting. It's upsetting.
It's Minnesota. I was curious about that. Did you guys think?
We have 13 here.
Did you guys think that Josh Allen got that first down?
I don't know.
I did. I thought he got it.
Me too.
Yes, if I had to choose, yes, I'd say he got it. But I don't know.
I don't really have sympathy because of the whole JT is short thing. Like, I think that's just this on a bigger scale. More people watching, but it is crazy. Not to like pile on to all the rants that have already happened. It's insane that we don't have good enough technology in the footballs and the chains to like do an automatic sensor that someone got a first down.
Well, it's
with how rich this league is. It's crazy.
That we're still using chains as the sideline.
Yeah, that we use two guys doing chains. And we don't even measure anymore. They never brought it out one time, at least on the broadcast. We don't do measurements anymore. We just review it with replay assist and say, nope, stands. Like, it is crazy. And I've read articles because I really was trying to figure this out. Because Premier League, footy guys, they have it figured out to
VAR.
a millimeter of whether a guy's offside or not based on his knee. They have in tennis, they have the down the line shot that shows you if the ball hit the line or not. I guess the excuse is that there's so much obstructed views in football in a scrum, especially on a tush push, that it's hard to get the technology with cameras to know where that ball actually is. Whereas in soccer,
you could piece it together.
I would think that. They also, too, there's this, everyone keeps saying, why don't they put a chip in the ball? There already is a chip in the football. That's how you get next-gen stats. Like, that's how they track the ball flying in the air with the little dots. Like, there already is a chip in the football and in the shoulder pads and on the field to show where everything's going on with that. They just have to get better at it. And I think Pro Football Talk said there's an article where they're, like, testing everything and trying to get it to that point. But, like, we need it sooner than later. Because, like, if you think about it, we have guys, part-time jobs, holding little orange things, and then you have the striped shirts. Basically, the guy that overruled him was looking at Josh Allen's back. He's reading Allen, number 17, white jersey, runs in where he thinks the football is. His partner, who can see the football, runs in a yard ahead of him, and then they just kind of meet in the middle, and it ends up being short. And that's like the biggest play to go to the Super Bowl for millions of dollars with $1 billion league. is baffling. And I think if it was our team, obviously we'd be much more upset and throwing a fit. But it's just they have to figure that out because it's crazy. Or do we just accept it? Do we just accept it and say, that's just football. It's a game of inches. Like, we're on the right side of that one. Because, I think they did get the first down. I really think he was at least even with that line, which would be a first down.
You know how good replay assist has been this year?
Pretty good, I feel like. They hop in fast.
Quick.
Yeah.
But with those ones, I think, and with those, it didn't matter that catch, the Xavier Worthy one. That was incomplete. That was also
100% incomplete.
Coward shit. They didn't overturn that. That one didn't really hurt the Bills too much. They did score a touchdown, but they scored fast, so the Bills ended up scoring before the half anyways. And there was defensive holding on that play, so the Chiefs would have gotten the first down regardless. It's just, I don't know. You do the replay assist, and in the biggest game, they just cowered and said, you know what, we're not going to change any of these and just go with what the guys on the field saw with their eyeballs, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Did your guys' Peacock stream freeze?
Nope.
Peacock's been really bad. They've had the scoreboard wrong 50 times.
Crystal clear, high definition.
Maybe the score is closer than I think then if they've had the scoreboard wrong.
No, they had it the wrong way. Oh, they just hit a 3. It's a close game. We're in a close game.
I felt good about what did you guys think about the NFC Championship game in terms of the Lions? How did it make you feel watching the Eagles do what they did?
Be like, okay, we got all of our hopes up. Be like, yeah, we're in the NFC Championship game just for Saquon to rush for 250 yards on our soft-ass defense.
They would have scored 55 against our defense.
If we got that far.
If we somehow did the miracle of upsetting the Commanders after being down 20 points or whatever it was, felt like 20 points, getting 2 onside kicks and being able to score, and then our reward is the Eagles' rushing offense, it would have been 10 times worse.
I would have been happy to be there. I would have been really sad when we lost. I would have much rather lost in that game than lost in the division.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I would have had a week more of being excited.
Yes.
Getting your hopes up.
I didn't even watch football on Sunday. I was so upset about it.
Yeah, because the NFL's a bad time.
I watched the second game. Well, I just no.
Chiefs-Bills was a phenomenal game.
I watched
Chiefs-Bills was great.
I had to watch that game. I wasn't going to watch the NFC game.
I feel like in that game, just not going play-by-play, Josh Allen made more wow plays than Mahomes did in that game from their matchups in the past, but I think the Chiefs are just so well-oiled now that it doesn't even matter.
And Josh Allen has to do more because what is around him.
I don't understand. I just can't wrap my head around the Chiefs. I know we all talk about it, but then you see, just when people put the numbers out in tweets, Patrick Mahomes has been an NFL starter for 7 seasons, and the worst he's ever done is losing in the AFC title game, both times in overtime. And the other 5 seasons he's played, he's made the Super Bowl. And now he's going for 3 in a row, which has never been done, and it'll be his 4th.
Both times in those overtimes, he never touched the football.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't the Bengals get it right away or no?
No, I think the Bengals went back and forth. The
Patriots got
Patriots went right down. I know that.
Yeah.
Any early Super Bowl thoughts? Because I don't know schedule-wise.
I'm rooting for the Chiefs.
We might be in a little hiatus here, so I don't know if there's going to be anything to talk about next week. And then we have Colorado. So this might be the Super Bowl preview show as well.
I hate Nick Sirianni, so I'm not rooting for the Eagles.
Everybody talks about how they hate the Chiefs. They hate the Patriots. They hate Alabama.
Why?
Because people get bored of the same thing, I would say.
I just
tell your team to get better.
Correct. I don't know how you can hate dynasties when you are living in a time period when one of the greatest coaches in NFL history is paired up with one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history.
Just remember, when the Chiefs finally ended the Patriots dynasty, everyone was rooting for the Chiefs in that moment to beat the Patriots. And now everyone hates the Chiefs because they're good.
And then
I don't know how people can hate dynasties. That's my biggest gripe. I don't know how you can hate dynasties.
I've always been pro dynasties. I mean, I would like my team to be the dynasty.
I would love my team to be the dynasty, yes.
But it's also you're witnessing greatness. Come on.
What I hate nowadays is that media overanalyzes, hypes up the shit-ass bum teams that just have a superstar on their team.
Like
LeBron James, like the Colorado football team with Dion.
Mm.
The Warriors
is LeBron James one of the best NBA players of all time? Yes.
Yeah.
I need a 30-minute conversation of how the Lakers can make a run for the championship, and who should they trade for? No.
Well, that's because you still watch First Take.
Yeah, why are you watching these dogs?
You gotta stop watching First Take.
I don't watch First Take, but I'm saying like I don't need it every day.
But that's just because the fan bases and the clicks. Like we're the people they're serving it to. It's on us, Evan, to be better.
Because you're getting pissed off about it, and any press is good press up.
Yeah, but I turned the channel as soon as they start talking about the Yankees, Cowboys, or
and
30
they'll
minutes.
regret that.
30-minute discussions about SGA doesn't move the needle like that for people. I guess like that just bores people.
It's dumb.
But yeah, here we are talking about it.
I don't hate the Chiefs and I don't hate dynasties. I do get bored of them. That'd be the one reason. Like I want Josh, and it's more about people. Like I wanted Josh Allen to win.
Yes,
Patrick Mahomes annoys me. In QB and quarterback, the series through 3 episodes, Mahomes. I liked him significantly less of all the other people, and it knocked his stock down. I just thought he talked like he was like a high school kid still, and his haircut annoys me at times. So
he's also really good.
I'm not gonna.
Kelly Pfeiffer's blowing this game.
It's not like LeBron where like I actively like hate watch him. I'm not at that point. I still love watching him play. But if you told me, am I going to root for Josh Allen or Mahomes? I'm picking Josh Allen every time just because I like Josh Allen a lot.
Well, I feel bad for Josh Allen because he just
plays great in all these games too. It's crazy.
But the Bills really need to put something around him more, but they don't do it.
I don't know what it is. It's just like the Chiefs' devil magic.
Oh my God.
Cohen Card dunked. I didn't get to see it yet, Evan. You're ahead. You're way ahead.
Through the roof, and he dunked it on somebody's head.
No, just let me see it. I'm excited. Wow, I'm way behind, dude.
Oh my God, 23.
Jace Richardson has the ball. Oh, I see Cohen sprinting. Parker Fox is a loser.
Am I dumb for thinking the Eagles will win?
No, I think the Eagles will win too.
You do, probably. Evan? You're with me?
I think it's dumb to think that because it was dumb to think that the Chiefs wouldn't be in this game.
The Chiefs 2 weeks to prepare for a team.
And if it's a one-score game,
a bad coach.
If it's a one-score game, they've won 17 of them in a row.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
It's insane. But their last Super Bowl, they went to overtime. I forgot that. I memory hold that with the Niners, they went to overtime last year.
But no Jason Kelce this time.
No, but Saquon. And I think... if you told us when we were young pups watching Penn State football against Ohio State when he cribbed that opening kickoff, and you told me that
watching any Saquon game, like not counting Michigan State because he
had like 6 yards against us because we just
continue. I'm sorry, interrupting you.
In like 7 years, you would have said like, yeah, I could see that guy. That guy will win a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl winning player. I think I'm buying into that arc where he's got to win one. It's more his likability again. I love Saquon. I think he's like one of the least problematic people of all time. I love Jalen Hurts. That dude's just a badass. He's just about his business.
Sirianni, though.
Whatever. But he's also turned it around. They hated him last year, and now he's like
a good team. He doesn't have to do anything.
Lost like 2 games in a row this year, and they wanted to fire him.
I know his odds of being like first coach fired were like 5th in the league to start the year. Now he's back in the Super Bowl.
Kellen Moore would be my head coach right now. This Eagles Super Bowl. Oh my God, Cohen missed a dunk. Oh.
Yeah, I think the Eagles. I'll probably be wrong. I'll bet on them. That's who I'm going to ride with. Maybe a Saquon prop, maybe some touchdowns. I just love watching them play football.
I am going to be with Grant. Is gambling legal in Colorado?
That's a good question. We're going to have to get those in before.
Might have to pre-place.
If you think about the one Super Bowl that the Chiefs did lose to the Bucs and Tom Brady, it was just an onslaught of defensive line pressure. And I think the Eagles might have the Georgia dudes to be able to do it.
Oh my God. The Chiefs' offensive line from that moment is dramatically improved.
Fair.
Massive. Well, because they knew.
They're like top 3. It's like us, the Eagles, and the Lions are the top 3 offensive lines in the NFL.
Yeah.
The Eagles, and the Lions. Us,
Creed
the Chiefs.
3rd-round pick. A steal.
You said us, the Eagles, and the Lions. Us is the Chiefs?
Us.
You're a Chiefs guy?
Us, the Chiefs, and the Eagles.
Gross, dude.
Are you a Chiefs guy still? I was wondering that the other day.
I mean, I don't root for them. I think it's hilarious how upset people get about them, and they think that the refs are the only reason they've won 17 one-score games in a row, and they've lost 1 football game this year. Like, when are you going to just give a team credit? They're good. They're just good at winning. Like, well, I haven't scored over 30 points this season except once. Well, they keep scoring wins, so I don't know what to tell you.
Keep scoring wins.
So
Yeah, they're really good at
just
football.
respect him. And he's a really good coach, and they have
I'm
the best
tired of
quarterback in
him.
the NFL.
I think
Maybe
it's
Josh Allen might be better, but we won't know because the guy with 3 Super Bowls probably gets the benefit of the doubt
Yeah, it's crazy.
if he wins again.
Everyone was, oh, Tom Brady will never happen again. Enjoy it while it's here. And then they're like,
Well, it immediately
we have
happened.
another one. Like, is it that hard? It's as simple as, like, again, if you are the fan of the dynasty, it's awesome. And you also, like, piss people off because you get attacked, right? As a Michigan fan who had a mini 3-year dynasty, you have to defend the wall.
Don't
you have to
dynasty.
defend a Big Ten conference dynasty. You have to defend the wall. There's people throwing attacks all the time. So the Chiefs fans dig in their heels and they get more combative. And then when you watch dynasty happen, you just get bored of it. Like the same thing happened to the Warriors. People got annoyed with them towards the end too. They were like ready for other teams to come in and win. It's just like some people you just get bored of seeing every year.
A Lions-Bills Super Bowl would have been great for the country, but
it makes me appreciate the Rams-Bengals Super Bowl. That was a banger. That was awesome. Getting those new teams in the mix. Young Joe Burrow, like T. Higgins, touchdown bomb, no-look Stafford passes. Like it just makes you appreciate the
kinda
rare
wild
ones.
that was a Super Bowl.
Right. It was like kind of COVID, I think. It was like the weird. I think there was fans in the playoffs. Wasn't it?
No, because the Tom Brady one, Chiefs one was COVID, right? No,
Chiefs.
that was right before.
It's all blur.
Yeah,
because then the seasons mixed with the years.
I think Rams Bengals was COVID. I watched it in East Lansing in Evan's apartment.
Oh no, Tom Brady 2021 because it would have been all of 2020. That was the COVID season, but I think they had fans again for the playoffs and everything. Tampa Bay, Kansas City, 31-9. God, what a
so 22 was Bengals Rams.
Yep,
Yes.
22 was Rams Bengals.
That's the one we watched in my apartment.
Kurtang
It's
is
really
in.
just been KC every year, and then like Philly and San Fran. Like out of the last 6 or so, you can bank on that minus Tampa Bay, and then you just had the random oddball of the Rams Bengals.
Rams Bengals Super
So you
Bowl
just have
in
to
LA.
appreciate that.
Yeah, home game.
Great halftime show too. You just got to appreciate those more. I will say though, Chiefs Eagles first one was awesome. 38-35 in Arizona. Came down to that ref call at the end of the pass interference or whatever. So it should be a good one. I'm hoping it's a good one. It just makes me nervous that if it is a good one, the Chiefs will win because they win every close score game. But we'll see. I'm riding Eagles.
He's laughing at Kurtang.
Here's an insult. Here's an insult graphic for Evan's team. Evan's backup team.
Whoa!
Check out this one.
We're bad at drafting.
Read that out loud, Evan.
I gotta move my body. Excuse me.
That's a crazy stat. Holy
AJ Brown has more Super Bowl appearances than Treylon Burks has receiving touchdowns.
The AJ Brown for Treylon Burks trade for the Titans.
I thought Treylon Burks would be good.
Me too. I guess he's had injury problems, but he has 1 receiving touchdown, and AJ Brown has 2 Super Bowl appearances.
That's such a crazy stat.
Bananas.
Oh, that sucks.
You know who I think is going to have a big game?
How freaking idiotic GMs are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's why they don't let us do it.
They got rid of him, and they got rid of Vrabel, who was the most sought after coach.
And they paid Ryan Tannehill $170 million.
69.
I think Devontae Smith's going to have a big game in the Super Bowl. I think it's a Devontae Smith game.
I would like him to gain weight, just personally. He's so skinny, dude. He's so skinny.
Since that was kind of an old man take for some reason, you know what my old man take was? This is going to be Grant's weekly segment because Alex says I'm aging like
dude,
rapidly.
Oh my God. What did you say last week that made me just lose my mind?
Let me look. Old.
Just everything you said. Well, first of all, you said you don't like loud music.
I don't like loud music. Which,
fine. But like Grant, thinking at your past life 2 years ago, you're a loud person. So it's a crazy old man take.
Oh, I just said because the first song on New Music Friday is called Fat, Juicy, and Wet by Sexy Red. And I was like, this has passed me by. Like these songs that are top of the charts on what I used to go to find music. It's not for me anymore.
You talk like you're 65.
What did?
Do you remember Old Man Murphy, R.I.P. Old Man Murphy? You were him. You're turning into him.
That's scary because we were scared to ding dong dish him.
You threw sticks at me when I would play basketball.
I won't do that. Oh, my old man take where I'd like, this could be what my dad would say. When Jane Daniels had that, you didn't see the game, Alex, but the scrambling touchdown.
I saw the highlights, yes.
I don't know if I'm in the minority, if Jared Goff started just doing a little dance he pre-planned and we were down 11 in the NFC title game, I would be pretty annoyed. I didn't like that.
Well, what about when JMO started humping the ground when we were down 7?
Assaulting the turf.
But making babies with Ford Field.
The one thing I'll say is that cut it to 3. So it was a little different. And that wasn't like pre-planned. I think he legit fell into it and just did what came natural to him in that stance.
He came.
I don't think like Jane Daniels practiced that dance. What did you think, Evan, when you saw him dancing?
Grant,
I never saw it.
You're so old.
Grant, I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Never saw it. I was reffing youth basketball.
I just want you to stop acting like. Do you want to be 40? Is your goal to age fast?
No.
You remind me of Cody McRae when we were like in high school when he wanted to be like an adult already.
How did I say
Being an
this?
adult sucks.
Yeah, it does. Take me back to high school. I'll restart right now.
Where did this go?
Alex,
Maybe I'll get
coach you in every single
frosted
sport.
tips and.
You can't play golf though.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
Can I keep my current size? If I go back to high school
Yeah,
and then play on your
absolutely.
sports teams,
Yeah.
but just make my joints a little like healthier, 18-year-old ish.
all right, Evan.
You gotta be. Sorry,
30
third quarter.
Dominate on your team.
34-15. 5 minutes to go in the third.
19.
Kurt Tang. Grant, turn the volume off.
Scores, cuts it. Happy dance.
Okay, fine. I would
TikTok dance right now.
Am I an
turn
old
the
man?
volume off, dude.
Am I an
Holy
old man
shit.
geezer for being like, I don't see that going down 13 in the NFC title game?
Holy shit, we won by 22.
It was in doubt. We only won the second half by 2
You
points.
guys
Grant,
deserve
like,
the Big Ten title
Grant,
the way
do
you
get
care
pissed
about
off
this.
by like the entire Minnesota defense pre-planning, just hoping that they get a touchdown that game?
If they were down, if they cut it to like 13, yeah. If they did that in that spot, I'd be like, all right, guys, maybe that's not when you do High School Musical. Like, there's just a time and a place.
Because you say one.
End of the game.
Like, that's the difference between, I think, like, the
Butler's
Josh
losing.
Allens and Jalen Hurts. Like, Jalen Hurts isn't doing that dance, I don't think, if they go down, cuts it to that. I think he just gives the ball back to the ref and they're like,
No.
we'll score again.
I'm not a big dance guy after touchdown in general. That's just not
Some
me.
dances. Jameer Gibbs, when he did the one in Chicago where he, like,
Gibbs
grinded
can do
down the
whatever.
pole.
He can do whatever he wants. Everybody
dude.
else, no. If Jared
Oh.
Goff wanted to get freaky in the end zone, I'd let him.
Whoa! Shake
He's a
that
big,
ass,
he's a
Jared.
big throw the ball to the crowd guy when
imagine-
he gets like overwhelmed.
Jared runs in the end zone, just starts throwing it back. God, that would be
Works on the goalpost.
by
All right,
22. What a joke.
going to your guys' favorite topic now that you can't get enough of.
Michigan
Michigan State.
who? Scott,
Michigan
we're good at
basketball. Yeah, after your guys' reactions in this game, you really deserve the Big Ten because it's sicko shit to be sweating out this game.
Grant,
Listen,
if you were
we have
watching it, you'd be
expectations.
upset too.
No, we wouldn't.
You do. The expectations are high, and I
Yes.
feel like you guys know
Basketball
that.
school.
You're the favorite to win the Big Ten now. I feel comfortable saying, based on the schedules left and everything, that it would be a little bit of a bottle choke job if you guys don't win the Big Ten. At least a share.
Whoa.
I did the
Our
calculations.
schedule is tough.
I've been
So is
we're
everyone
losing
else's.
Because they
3
gotta
to
play us.
games, and then we should
Hey, man.
we're losing 3 to 4 Big Ten games, and we should still win the Big Ten.
Purdue's already got 2 losses. They got
Yeah.
tough games up.
I
mean,
already chalked the Purdue game up for a win for us.
you have games in hand on them, too. They've already played more games than you.
That's a bad
It's
thing.
actually a disadvantage for us.
No,
Yeah,
because you have
'cause
more
we can-
chances to win.
We don't want that. We want more chances to not lose.
That's
Less
loser
chances
mentality.
to lose.
More chances to win.
Yes, I'd be pissed if we didn't win the Big Ten. Nah.
Outright,
that.
or do you want to share
Who
You want
am I sharing
outright.
with?
Purdue?
I can live with that.
Ew. No. Purdue.
Michigan? No. Illinois? No.
I don't want to share.
I don't want
We
to
shared
share.
your
I
last
want
two.
and I think we will.
I think so.
I think we will. But remember, the Izzo Bermuda Triangle will hit, and I already know
I
when
don't
it's going
know.
to happen. I
Do
know.
you know
when it's
this was
happening.
what was that stat? I'm gonna give the guy credit. This was a crazy stat because Tom Izzo has coached.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot
this is the
of basketball
first time
games.
ever that Tom Izzo has gone undefeated in January and December.
Yeah,
First time ever. And that game right there, much clinched it. Saturday is February 1st, right?
Yep.
I think that's the stat.
Shout out to Andrew Cumbo for that stat, for looking that up, or wherever he found it. Tom Izzo era to go undefeated in December and January. That's crazy.
He's like 2 wins away from breaking the Big Ten.
He has coached a long time and had a lot of. He's lived through a lot of December and Januaries with basketball teams, a lot. And this is the first team to ever go undefeated in both months. Does that mean February is going to hit really hard? Is that going to be the worst triangle of them all?
Yeah, February's going to hit like crap.
Realistically, the triangle could hit Saturday, and we just lose 3 games in a row right there, and then we're done with the triangle.
The West Coast trip, you think?
The early February is when the triangle always hits. February.
You get
1st.
IU at home. You get Purdue at home. Yeah, I mean, it really would be an ultimate choke job not to.
You said IU at home?
Yeah.
Indiana's bad, Grant.
Yeah, but you don't want to go to Assembly Hall when they're desperate. They still play teams close. They
I
play
can
Maryland
tell you
the brink.
The likely triangle drop is Illinois, Purdue, Michigan. Those 3 in a row.
And don't disrespect Scott Van Pelt's Maryland. They're a good team.
I
They're
also
playing good
would
ball.
say Purdue, Michigan, Maryland is another trap spot, and then Wisconsin at home to get feeling good.
At
I would
Maryland,
have said we'd lose at Iowa, but no.
no,
They're really bad.
no. It's yours.
At Maryland will be dicey.
Offensive efficiency, though, Alex.
No, Evan, Iowa's just not good.
We already talked about Jace. I did have that question about him. That have we come
He had
to
a bad
grips that
game
he's one and
tonight,
done?
so he is not leaving.
I don't know if there's really anything else. You have the West Coast trip coming up, especially after today. The odds were like we're minus 105 the last time I looked on Saturday, so you're probably like minus 125 or so now. I think preseason was like plus 850, so just a massive odds jump throughout the year. And
I think if you win the next 4, the Big Ten is yours, regardless of the schedule down the stretch. If you win the next 4, you don't drop any of those games, you can seal it. You get the tape out, duct tape it.
does winning the Big Ten regular season outright, does it lessen any of like the expectations you're now going to have come the big dance, or does that all just kind of reset?
The
It'll make
expectations change.
Early exit loss
Dramatically.
feel a little better.
What? No.
Yeah, I mean,
worse.
At least in the back of your head, you're like, oh, we won the Big Ten. We had a good season.
No,
like the last
it makes
two-
it worse.
Oh, we were terrible. I mean, just listen to me. Let me finish.
No, your
Last
logic
2,
is
4
not,
years.
is not making
Listen.
sense.
Well, because I haven't
No,
even
your
said
logic
that.
doesn't make sense.
I haven't said it.
Yes, you did. You just said that like it will help get over the second round exit a lot easier. Be like, well, at least we won the Big Ten.
No. What I was going to say
going into
is the last
You
4
just said that.
years. Just can I finish, please? The last 4 years, we're terrible all season long. We're fighting for our lives to make the tournament. It was stressful, miserable, not fun. We sucked. We were never playing for anything. This year, other than making the tournament, this year, if you win the Big Ten, you won something. You had a great season the whole season. So if you were to stumble, which I don't think they're going to stumble, but if you fell in like the Sweet 16 or round of 32, it would be sad, suck, depressing, still all terrible, but it would be better than being the 8th seed and losing round of 32 by 20 to North Carolina after you had a season full of shit. It would just be shit on top of shit. At least this would be shit on top of nice.
You win the Big Ten, your expectations go up to.
Yeah,
make
they
the
go
Elite
up.
Eight.
But like, okay, to
But
compare
it
two
feels
recent
better
But
teams.
season
to win.
fast, you're not expected to go far. Like losing
Yeah,
to North
that's
Carolina makes it just the season's over with. You don't have to worry about it anymore. It's
Yeah,
easier
the
to
whole
get
season was shit.
over. Yeah,
is what
and
I'm
so
saying.
you're
They're
expecting
having
to
a
lose
good
early.
season. No, I did not say that. I said it makes
That's what I'm saying.
having the Big Ten championship in your back pocket if you lose is better than having nothing in your back pocket.
Let me ask Evan this question, because I think I know Alex's answer based on what he just laid out. Comparing two recent seasons, would you rather take Michigan State's, let's say Michigan State wins the Big Ten title outright. They don't share it with anybody. Who cares about the conference tournament, I guess. You can add it in if you want, whatever. You lose in the round of 32. You don't make the second weekend. You get upset by a plucky SEC team that was like a 10 seed.
Hate that year.
or a 7 seed.
Hate that.
Would you rather have that season to then look back, you had the outright title, or would you rather have done Michigan a couple of years ago with Juwan Howard, where they were an 11 seed and then they beat Tennessee and they played Villanova in the Sweet 16 and they lost by 10? When you look back 3 months removed from each of those seasons, which season would you rather have had?
Oh, to get to one game farther, I'd rather have the Big Ten championship under my belt.
Okay.
That's only one game farther.
Where does it flip? Does it if you get to the Elite Eight still? If you get if you're in that second weekend and lose, you'd rather still have the outright Big Ten title.
Yes.
Than not making the second weekend. Final Four changes things, obviously.
Tell me I make the Final Four, but I finish third in the Big Ten. Fine.
Yeah.
I win the Big Ten, but only make the round of 32.
Everybody would take a
Final Four is a different caliber.
Correct. Evan, would you rather have the 2015?
Alex, this team wins the Big Ten regular season outright. The expectation should be at least the Elite Eight.
No one is talking about expectations.
I am, because that's what Grant asked about. Do we reset our expectations after the regular season, going into the tournament?
Sure, the expectations, but they're already that. I'm not resetting.
Active listening, please. Answer the question that the host asked.
I'm not resetting.
I'm saying yes.
So my answer would be no, because I've already said that.
I would reset my expectations when Michigan State wins the Big Ten, absolutely.
But to what? They're already that.
I think Grant asked the same question at the beginning of the year, and we all said, please make the second weekend.
All right. Would you rather have the 2015?
Now we have a conference championship. We know that we're the best team in the conference. You have to be one of the best 8 teams.
We're not even
in the country.
halfway through yet. We haven't won the Big Ten yet. Anyways, would you?
Well, I gave it to you already.
We have a pretty good chance to do that.
2015 team. They lost to Middle Tennessee State. They won the Big Ten regular season. They won the Big Ten tournament. Lost in the first round.
That wasn't 2015.
Yes, it was. It was freshman year of college. 2015-2016 season.
Thank you. Because 2015, we went to Indianapolis in the Final Four.
15 started in 15, ended in 16. Anyways, that team.
Well, no one says the 2015 Final Four is the year that we started.
2015-16 team.
I do. I always call it the year. I call it the year you started.
2015-2016 team.
For sure for football. Like Michigan is 2020. Can we just
continue?
Right. So Michigan is 2023 national champions. Ohio State's 2024 national champions.
Grant, I would agree with you that. But on the center court logo, it says 2015, 2016, 2017.
It's confusing, Evan. It shouldn't overlap. All right. Sorry.
Hey, regardless, 2015-2016, Michigan State basketball, Middle Tennessee, Big Ten regular season champs, Big Ten tournament champs. Or
hell of a year.
You can have the
2016? No, I don't want the 2016 season. We lost in the first game.
Trying to get the years correct here. Probably won't. 2022, 2023, Tyson Walker, AJ Sweet 16 team that beat Marquette, lost to Kansas State. Which ones would you rather have?
That's a good question. Middle Tennessee State, I think, because you just
Yes, that's my pick. They won something.
We still talk about that's a top 5 worst loss of our life.
But I won't forget the Big Ten tournament, winning that, and then winning the Big Ten season.
We don't talk about top 5 worst loss of my life, and then be like, well, Alex, actually, that year was pretty good because
my first year in college, I went to all the home games. Denzel was unbelievable.
And it turned out to be one of the worst losses of your life.
Yes. But I'm telling you, that's the season I would take.
Repeat that. I'm sorry.
The Kansas State loss sucked too.
Yeah, because you didn't want to cover a backdoor alley-oop. You sitting there ball watching.
Can you answer the question? You never answer the question.
I'd rather have the Sweet 16 appearance.
I don't agree with you at all.
I'm not losing to a 15 seed again. In the first round?
Yeah, the 15 seed part is tough.
You net out nothing. At least I net out a Big Ten regular season and a Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, Alex is a winner in this scenario.
Yep. Raise the banner, Alex.
But a choker.
They did raise a banner for the Big Ten. Both. They raised a banner for both.
It had to be depressing the next year.
It was.
Are you guys thinking?
I'm probably keeping Ben awake.
You guys are thinking 1 seed a little bit, right? Because
1 seeds are already. Penciled in.
Auburn, Alabama, and Florida are teams 1, 4, and 5 respectively.
Duke,
Tennessee's their 8. They all got to play each other. Duke's 1 seed.
And Auburn are already locked in.
Auburn Sharpie, Duke, Sharpie.
Okay.
The
Iowa
winner of
State
the
just
SEC.
lost.
Iowa State.
Nope. The winner of the SEC,
Auburn.
Sharpie.
What about Iowa State?
He said SEC. I said Auburn.
Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad.
Auburn.
The second place. Whoever finishes second in the SEC.
I don't know.
Sharpie.
Depends on how many losses. If you
Alabama.
win the Big Ten outright, you're probably a 1 seed. I'm trying
No.
to pump you guys up. Don't push back. You guys
No,
are the
Evan.
7th team in the country.
Important stats. Starting Saturday, we have 10 quad 1 games in a row. So that will boost us in
Alex,
the.
we're in the tournament. I don't have to play the quad 1 games this year.
Well, if you want a 1 seed, you got to play the quad 1 game.
I don't care about a 1 seed.
Look at this. You think
We're 8-2
Alabama's going to
against
be 1
quad
seed?
one,
No,
quad
look
two.
at that stretch from Saturday, February 15th
I
to
almost
close
sent
the year.
this in our separate group chat. I saw a graphic of February 15th to March 18th, and I don't feel bad about Michigan State's schedule anymore. I feel bad for Alabama fans.
But like your 1 seed hopes, yours isn't this bad. They're not going to be a 1 seed. They're not surviving that to be a 1 seed.
Yeah, but they can lose 2 of those games and still be a 1 seed.
Right now, we're on the
Maybe.
3 line with a month of basketball to play. So
Which I don't get.
They're beating Kentucky and they're beating
Houston's not going to
Kentucky.
be losing anytime soon.
This team
Iowa
just
State's
lost.
not going to be losing much.
Did Kansas lose? They were tied with like 3 minutes
No.
left to
They
UCF.
took the lead.
Oh, Kansas beat. I think this is what I think. I think it's be Auburn. It needs to be Duke. Big 12 winner. You. Why not? Why would they do 2 SEC? They're going
Well,
to beat each
because-
other
for
up.
example,
Because the SEC
the
is
15
ranked higher
2016
than the
team
Big
was
Ten.
number 2 in the country, Grant, and they gave us a 2 seed. So we historically don't get 1 seeds often. We're
Grant, 'cause
always
the Big
2s.
Ten is not very good. Let's just be honest. It's called
Chase the
spade
1
to
seed,
spade.
baby. Chase
2
the 1
seed
seed.
is our best spot for a Final Four as well. Historically,
I would take a 3 seed to same soon.
3 is yes the same. But you
No,
guys, play
1 seeds
sneaky
are
play in
sick
11.
because you don't even remotely have to worry about your first game.
Whoa.
You don't have to
unless
worry about your
you
2
play
seed
Tony
game
Bennett ball.
realistically either. But
Well, those have happened a lot more recently.
okay, it's still like 90% win rate.
Yeah.
But 1 seed's
Uh,
nice because then you play an 8-9 and they're usually not very good, and it's like an auto Sweet 16.
I don't even know where the regions are at, so I just care about
Indianapolis is where
Little
we're going to be.
Caesars
Evan.
is what you want. Oh, Beaver.
Midwest
Beaver.
is in Indy.
then
Takeover.
I would take the 1 seed in the Midwest over a 2 seed in the Midwest because they
They'll
don't care
still give
about
us the. Yeah, they'll still
Yeah, they
put you
don't-
there.
they don't care about like the worst and first.
If you're a
anymore.
top 4 seed, they'll put you in your
yes, in your
closest
region.
Quickly for Michigan, pretty
Yeah, so I'd rather
humbling
be
loss.
a 2 seed over than a 1 seed in some of those people's situations.
Depending on the matchups.
Rather be a
It's
2
up-
seed in the
see the
Midwest.
bracket.
You would rather
the
be the
West.
best. Yeah, you would rather be the best 2 seed than the worst 1 seed. Because if you're the worst 1 seed, you get the worst region left over for you.
Yeah.
Now it could work out
Like
where it could be your
Anaheim.
region, but like, okay, Duke's getting the East, Auburn's getting the South.
You would want the
Bracket-
Big 12 team. You don't
Bracket
want
matrix, the
you don't want
composite
Auburn or
bracket,
Duke.
has us up to the last
Last
There's
one
that.
in. Wow.
2 seeds.
Oh.
1 seeds: Auburn, Duke, Alabama, Iowa State, Tennessee, Florida, Marquette, Michigan State.
It'll all change. We need football back in our lives.
No, we don't. Enjoy college basketball.
Got
It's great.
Alex bracket matrix on January 28th.
Well, it's
Basketball-
supposed to be February, dude. We're about to
College
get the
basketball doesn't
top
really-
16 reveal.
Doesn't really get going until March 1st.
What?
Solid
That's the
month.
most
Um,
I've ever heard.
Grant, these college basketball games have been great this year.
Yeah, I know. I was actually have a segment at the very end to wrap it up about that. But quickly, Michigan, I'm comfortable saying as a voice of the fan base that this is not a Big Ten contending team, especially
Like, a
this year.
serious team.
I think we're a good team. I think like we are a
If
top
you lost at
25
Penn
team.
State, you might have been bubble watch.
I know, like, because that's why I keep going. Like, college basketball, to your other's credit, has been phenomenal. You know, like Arizona just beat Iowa State. You know, it again. Michigan
Parity
was
these
home,
days.
but like I said, Vlad Golden was out, didn't play a lot, and if anything, it was cool to see our guard Trey Donaldson actually step up, have 21 points. He basically was responsible for the 9-0 run to win the game himself. So it was a good growth moment, and really a little dramatic maybe, but I felt like that step back three kind of saved our season in terms of morale. Where like if you drop that game after what happened at Purdue, you're just really starting getting doom and gloom, thinking you're going to lose probably any Big Ten game. But now you at least keep the dignity of bouncing back, winning that game, only have 2 conference losses still, so you can still like get up for every game. Not that really, like I said, I don't think we're going down the stretch going to have enough gas to stay in the Big Ten title race, but it makes things more exciting the more we go on that they did pull that game out. Purdue was incredibly humbling.
I would agree that Michigan is not
Grant, after the Purdue game.
But they could.
4 against Friday night games again.
I mean, I don't think the time slot. It was nice that it was over so early.
Would you like the games to be? Would you rather have lose in that fashion on Friday night or Sunday afternoon?
Friday,
sure.
Friday, because it feels like it didn't even happen. There's so like, that got buried
in front of everybody.
I had someone at work. They were like, "Oh, how did the Purdue game go?" Like people don't even know because it's Friday night. It's like, "Oh, no need to watch it. Don't worry about what happened."
I fully had forgotten about the Purdue game Monday. Didn't even know what happened.
Yeah, I said I wish we would record later because I did say on the podcast I thought they could contend in that game, but that was before they lost to Ohio State. Once Purdue lost to Ohio State, anyone that's watched college basketball or sports in their life could tell that team was going to be pissed off and not going to lose 2 home games in a row. They barely ever lose at Mackey, so that was just I didn't think it would be that bad. I thought maybe like a 10-point win, but they clearly had a game plan for Michigan. Michigan was not ready for it. I think that's like Dusty May learning about the Big Ten because you're not finding those environments.
Wasn't ready for the rivalry, Evan. Wasn't ready.
You're not going to wherever Charlotte in FAU's conference. That's not Mackey Arena. Those kids, those engineering students were on fire, and Braden Smith is one of my favorite basketball players of all time.
Funniest quote was Dusty's
he reminds me of you, Evan. He's got the beard. Like I see, yeah. I'm surprised you don't like him. I feel like he's salt of the earth, like your kind of guy.
He's good.
Foster Lawyer's my kind of guy.
A gritty white point guard that just like punches
Foster
above his
Lawyer.
weight. Foster's not gritty.
Oh, come on.
Foster's preppy.
Foster's in the NBA right now, Grant.
What?
He's like a
Coach?
manager, whatever, coach for the Nets.
What are you going to say, Alex? I thought you had something to say.
I was going to say my favorite quote was that Dusty said, "Yeah, we couldn't even hear the plays." And I was like, "Buddy, yeah. What do you mean?"
That Dusty May quote sounds like Jonathan Smith talking after the Michigan game. I didn't really know how tough it was going to be.
Yeah, correct.
Yep. I also give a
you
little
don't have
credit.
to turn on him because that happens. I mean, they're just learning.
Clearly, there was no communication because that team was
Eli's
lost.
getting his job back when Dusty's in IU next year.
Dusty's a Hoosier.
Dusty's not.
When Michigan State goes belt to ass on Indiana at the and he gets fired, Dusty's going to be the coach.
I almost made a Dusty to IU joke if we lost to Penn State. I had that in a clip. Be like, oh.
Every time I see IU lose, that's all I think about is Alex just saying Dusty to Indiana like 4 months ago.
Yeah, you guys can never let me live with my coaches. First with Harbaugh, now I get Dusty May, who I really enjoy.
Well, we were right on Harbaugh.
If we have to lose Pace Richardson to the draft.
I told you he was going to leave.
If you told me he would leave after he won a national title, I wouldn't have gave a shit.
Well,
we were
I'm so
right.
impressed that you guys won.
Dusty's a Hoosier.
Somewhat. Dusty's a Hoosier.
We're right about
At heart
Dusty.
he is, but
Print the shirts.
they got to make Brad Stevens say no. That's my favorite bit they do every year.
Yeah, but he'll say no.
Did he even get a GM for the Celtics?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a great gig. NBA champion multiple times.
But you know who doesn't have
Like
a
the
great gig?
NIL battle with teenagers.
Don't say Dusty. Dusty's got a great gig. He's
He's
got
just
an
not-
All-American coming in, point guard.
He's just not getting. Well, no, that kid's going
Trey
to Indiana.
McKinney's.
Trey McKinney's going in.
But
Shut up,
Dusty's
Alex.
just
You're a troll.
Dusty's not getting the NIL support from Michigan because they only care about football.
No, that's not true. They're loaded.
Hello, Ward. Yeah, Ward just let me know that Dusty's going to the Hoosiers. God, I hope you have that graphic ready for when it does drop.
Breaking.
Miss our
I was just going to say Hoosier.
Hoosier Daddy.
Dusty.
Dusty.
Dusty. It's
All right. I want to. No, we got to do the
That's
Pistons
good.
thing quickly. Just. All right. Last segment. 10 minutes or less.
the Stones.
Stones.
How good are they? Question mark.
Not that good.
First trade. Yes or no?
No, he hasn't played in what 3 years?
I don't know. The NBA won't know. I'm showing my ass.
And 2 second-round picks?
Yeah, well, those
That
don't
don't
matter.
matter?
That second round picks don't matter. I don't give a shit about that.
I
don't wanna take on somebody that
I just
barely
don't
has played.
He can't shoot.
Wait, he's been
What's his
playing. He's been playing
What's
this
this
year.
guy's contract?
He plays
Give
this
me
year.
pull up his stats, Grant.
All right.
Please.
26 games.
Oh my
20
God, you
minutes a
already had this
game.
ready.
I
Holy
can
shit.
read.
7 points. 3 rebounds,
I can
3
read.
assists. It's an audio podcast, Alex, you idiot. Remember someone's
He's a
driving their car to work?
34%
They're
three-point
driving
shooter.
in their car to work, and you're just saying, I can read. Like, yeah,
No.
what are they looking at?
Bad trade doesn't help us. We need shooters, not.
Grant, give me what is his contract?
Evan.
Evan, don't get so in the weeds. We don't want him. Next.
Alex, you're trying to be a GM of a team in the future, and then you all care about, you look at your
4 years, 80 million.
I don't need it.
20
Well,
million a
Evan,
year.
roster fit.
No.
He didn't fit the roster. I wouldn't even take him for free.
But he's in the last year, Evan. He's a free agent next year. So this is like a rental.
This is a complete
See if you
waste
like
of
him.
time.
Bring
He's a
him out on a
complete waste
smaller
of
one.
time.
Just who he's better, Tim Hardaway
I don't
or
hate
him?
it. We need a backup point guard. Cade can't have the ball the entire time.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
but
can.
we
No, he's
need
too
who's going
tired.
to play shooting guard. Jaden Ivey's out. Hudson Ball can't shoot.
He'd be a serious
What are you saying?
upgrade on Hardaway.
Malik Beasley plays shooting guard. What are you talking about, Alex?
Who's playing the three?
Tobias?
Harris. Our freshman.
Or Asar.
Or not freshman.
A freshman.
Yes. I want to say
It's
freshman.
Asar,
Rookies.
Tobias, Duran, Beasley, and Cade, and then Lonzo Ball on the second line. So Marcus Sasser doesn't have to play point guard
Sure.
the entire time.
If you wanted to do this, sure, but it doesn't move the needle either way.
That one does not move the needle. I
I think
instantly
it helps
hate
the bench a little bit. Let's see if there's any others. Share this.
That was it. That's the only one you had.
This is a juicy 3-teamer that involves
No.
Jimmy
Oh,
Butler.
I don't want.
So we
don't
get,
even get Jimmy Butler.
for
in
those
this.
listening,
I would take the cum bucket.
we get Kuminga.
That's his name. That's his nickname out there. It's the cum bucket.
We get Haywood Highsmith. Not sure who that is. Feels like a fake player. Warriors 2026 first rounder. Heat 2026 second rounder. Who do we
Who did we
give?
give up in that
though?
trade?
Nobody to the Heat because those aren't any of our players.
Give up nobody.
Oh,
We're just taking on Cap.
I
Yes, I would
think
do it.
yeah. Put us in this. thing.
Yes. Throw us
Yeah,
in.
sure.
Why are we in this? Also, credit to Amari. What's
Why
his
are we
name?
in this one?
Sankofi, free press writer of the Pistons. I don't know,
So-
but he's a beat writer, so I feel like he has a good pulse of the
To
league.
make the money fit.
Yeah, we're just a money fitter.
Yeah, we'll take
Okay,
him.
let's do
I'll
it.
take
We
Kuminga.
get 2 first-round picks.
Okay,
Well, we
next
get one first-round pick.
Pistons, Bucks,
Who do we
Pelicans.
Bobby Portis.
Bobby
For
Portis.
that
I
much
do not
money?
want
Holy
Bobby
shit.
Portis.
No,
He's
that's
got a player option.
We have big guys. We don't need him. I want Brandon Ingram.
We don't get rid of anything again, though.
We just signed Brandon Ingram, Alex.
We're
We
just,
just-
taking on Bobby
It's
Portis'
just
contract.
taking on Bobby Portis' contract.
I mean, I
No.
guess like he does have a player option. I don't know if he'd opt into that for Detroit.
Yes,
so it's
he
just
would
a
because
rental.
no one's going to pay him that. That's why you opt in.
$26.1 million.
You're going to
Well,
opt
yeah.
in to $26 million,
dollars,
Grant.
It'd be
Come on.
13.
It'd be
It'd be 13.
and a half.
$13 million for like a role player is not bad in the NBA. They have crazy contracts.
No,
Okay, let's see.
I'm
this
not
other
taking
one.
Bobby.
Ooh,
Just
Pistons, Grizzlies, Bulls.
Backup point guard and a
Pistons
first-round pick.
receive Marcus Smart, 2 years, $41 million.
$20
$20
mil.
million.
Grizzlies get a 2025 first rounder. Oh, we get that as well. Sorry.
2025 rounder.
Yeah, we get their
We're
2025 first
giving
rounder.
up Fontenecchio.
So
fine.
far,
The fan base is not like Tech 19 this year, from what I've gathered.
I would like this one the most. Marcus Smart brings that.
He fits.
Yeah, that
He's
And
expensive.
Oklahoma
defensive
State guy.
championship.
Oklahoma State guy. Love that connection between him and Cade.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
I approve. I'm with you guys. I like the Lonzo one, even though you guys shit on it.
I like
But
this one or
I
the
like this.
cum bucket one.
I like the Marcus Smart one.
If you have a
the
chance to
best.
get a cum bucket, I think you have to take it. I do. I mean, we just get a bunch between him, Ron Holland, and Asar. We just have to get the most athletic wing players of all time all on one
that
team.
all can't shoot. Wow.
Correct. That's why we have the shot doctor. Let me see if there's any more.
Shooting is important in basketball.
Agreed.
That's why Minnesota lost by 20.
Oh, there's another one about us getting Bobby Portis, so I'm not gonna.
No, Bobby Portis.
I'm not gonna show you that one because I know what you guys
You're
think.
being a bad dog. No Bobby Portis.
Booby.
I think that was it. All right, so we got Marcus Smart. We'd have to start though, right? If we're paying him $20 million, you don't bring him off the bench.
He just got traded for a salary dump. Yeah, he knows he's not starting anymore.
Okay.
Why?
Let's see how he's doing on theirs. Because they have too many bodies.
He thought he was to be a fit. The Celtics dumped him because they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, a championship team got rid of him. Is that a bad sign for us? We're also not a championship team.
Let's
right
trade
now,
for
so
Malcolm Brogdon.
He's played in 18 games. He's only started 6, so he's definitely not a starter. 21 minutes, 9 points.
Grant, I'm not here for his offensive status.
Steals, 1 a game. All right.
I'm here for his defensive mindset of him guarding.
Him and Isaiah Stewart would be quite the tag team.
Trying to fight every single team.
Yes.
Can we please trade Isaiah Stewart away?
No, he's good now.
He's not good.
He sucks.
He's good. He's an asset. You're going to miss him if we trade him.
Dude, remember the Celtics? What did they say they were going to give us for him?
Yeah, they liked him. He's a good player.
Spring Luke Kennard.
Because he cancels out some of Duren's shady defense at times. He's a good piece for that. Duren, sorry. All right. That's $199.
It's a quick one.
Cheers. It's $199.
Cheers.